Assalamualaikum. Hi. Today, my group 13 will present about the country that we choose, which is Netherlands. The title is From the First Science Information Officers to the Dutch Research Agenda. Next, our group consists of 4 pupils, including me, Myra. Next, I will present you the introduction of science communication in the Netherlands. So it started from after the World War II, the Dutch government focused on rebuilding society with science and technology. The first official report on science communication was published, which recommend that universities should improve their connection with the public and earn their trust. So this was early public relations work, but it was called science information back then. Next. So, Paul Trick was the first minister that emphasized about science communication should not be separately from the society. He believed that researchers should work closely with society so the public could form their own opinions about research and be scientific discussion. So the government had a strong influence on science policy. So the first science shop was built at university in the Netherlands. Most of universities already started having science shops. However, a few years later, many shops closed because universities stopped funding them due to financial difficulties and a shift in policy. Next. It shows the timeline from science communication beginning from 1980s to 2000. On 1980, the Minister Wim Dietman released a new report called Integration of Science and Technology. Moving on to 1986, 2 new organizations were set up to improve science communication. And moving to 1989, he encouraged initiatives like Science and Technology Week and public debates on topics like biotechnology. 1995, the government became more involved in science communication, focusing and emphasizing two-way communication from the public and the science communication. And the early 2000s, the economic focus on science communication had become more dominant, pushing aside the democratic and cultural motivation. Next, I will pass to the next presenter.
All right, now we're talking about the attitude towards the science and technology in Netherlands from a historical and also contemporary perspective. All right, so the public perceptions of science and technology, which has happened between 2000 and 2005, it can be viewed from two major surveys. So the first survey will be the collaboration between the SCP and also NWO, where from this first survey, basically the science has been viewed as a trustworthy prestigious and having the capabilities to solve those working problems. Right? So the second survey will be the special Eurobarometer survey. And most of the citizens, they feel like science makes their life much more easier and healthier and much more comfortable if compared with other European Union countries. Next. Next. Right. So this is a shift in the biotechnology attitudes where it happens between 1980 until 2000, where it divided into two phases. So the first phase will be the between 1980s until 1990, which we know as the optimism phase, where the public actually they have the optimism towards this biotechnology, and where the second phase, which is known as the decline phase. All right. From this phase, basically the attitudes gradually become much more negative. But because those public they start to having the concerns about the risk of this biotechnology advancement. All right, next slide. So the institutionalizations of science communication has been categorized into three elements. So the first one will be the Science Museum, where there is the establishment of this National Museum for Natural History and also the Nemo Science Museum. Then we're moving on to the science media, right? So this science media basically it get the attentions from citizens in 1969 during the Apollo moon landing. Then in 1978, the first active form of this science journalism has been discussed in the Netherlands, and in 1985 there is a establishment of these associations for this science journalism and communication. All right, next slide. So these are a few science centers and events that have been conducted in Netherlands, such as the Evelyn Science Center, the Nemo Science Museum, as well as the National Science Week. All right, so now I'll pass to another presenter.
Uh, Hello, hi. And I will talk about event that are organized by the non-government actor. Uh, the first one is the Zwarte Cross Festival. Zwarte Cross Festival is the largest street festival in the Netherlands and the largest motor event in the world. The Zwarte Cross Festival provide a whole tent to university researchers, and they give lecture and demonstration to festival lovers that are interested in learning while enjoying the music. And another event by the non-government actor is the Science Cafe. The Science Cafe is held in casual place like pubs and coffee house. Is it open to everyone and include an engaging conversation with the scientists on a specific topic. Science Cafe offer a relaxed space for scientists and non-scientists to discuss current topic and hosting a science cafe that can help promote scientific literacy within the local community. And the science communication degree program that provide in the university. And the first one point is like the number of science communication programs at university has grown slowly. And in the late 1990s, Minister of Education urged university to offer science students to track in science communication, education, or management. This is to meet the societal needs, and universities in the Netherlands responded by creating science communication program. In 2006, Technical University applied for Science Communication Program for engineering students, which began in 2007, which varies in every course. About half of Dutch university offer master's specialization in science communication. Various of researchers were involved or externally funded project which the scholar participate. And I will pass to another presenter.
So, hi, I'm Yunyu. I'll talk about organizational capabilities and efforts in the Netherlands. Next. Okay, so the Netherlands has been always a country where citizens organize themselves in associations, and most Dutch citizens are members of 5 or more associations, either professionally, privately, or on a voluntary or paid basis. And this holds for Dutch science communication field as well. So, for example, associations for science journalists, science centers, university lecturers, and members of public who are interested in science and technology. Next. Okay. So organizations like Dutch Science and Technology Associations and NEMO organizes conference about science communication, which attracts approximately 200 participants, and most of them are practitioners. As these organizations are founded, conferences and events are held to share knowledge and experience in the field of science comm. So, for example, for universities and institutes level, there are annual symposiums for the science communication held by NGO, and also for students, there are science communication conference, a student-based science communication conference organized by different universities in the Netherlands annually. Next. Okay, so practices of science communication in the Netherlands are continuously changing. As a result, citizens become increasingly aware that science and tech are influencing our society. They organize public debates on controversial topics like on nuclear energy and the environment. On public domain, they discuss issues like privacy, climate change, and robots. And at the same time, Dutch citizens are also active in science-related activities besides being in the receiver of information. At home, in science centers, and in informal education, they have engaged in and contributed to activities within the scientific process. Moreover, they engage in citizen science and participate in academic research. Next. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy listening to the chapter we're presenting. Thank you.